The Crown of Greatness. When Christopher decided to visit his grandmother before moving to the city for higher education, he didn't know that he was also going to visit the past.
Grandma!
Chris! Oh, it's so lovely to see you. You know how grandmothers are, and Christopher's grandmother was no different. She pampered him, stuffed him with food, and stressed on how pale and weak he looked.
I am so full, Grandma. You fed me too much.
Ridiculous! I was hoping you would eat more.
Grandma, that's quite an eventful painting you've got there.
It's your family heritage, passed on from one generation to the other. Your grandfather got it from his father, and I am to pass it on to your father, and one day you will have it.
Really? What is the significance of this painting?
The terrified king you see in the painting is King Harold II of the Dillon dynasty. It is said that the king, who was one of the greatest rulers on earth during the 14th century, had no heir to succeed him on the revered throne. Time passed, and the king grew old, and with him grew his worries to get a good successor. The painting depicts the evil ministers of the king, who started a mutiny and overtook his throne. What happened to him thereafter, no one knows.
Oh, fascinating. But what significance does it have with our family?
Apparently, King Harold did have a brother, Prince Alan, who left the palace and set out into the world at a very young age. King Harold tried to persuade him to come back, but he was not interested in the royal life. He wanted to be a painter. You are of his lineage, of a royal bloodline, if I may.
Ooh! So Prince Alan is like my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather?
Yes, and that's how King Harold II is also your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. This painting was made by Prince Alan, who was informed about the mutiny by one of the royal servants. He called the painting The Crown of Greatness, because it depicts the final moments of the great crown resting upon someone worthy. Christopher was moved by the story and felt a deep emotional connect with King Harold II. That night, as he went to sleep, he heard a strange sound coming from the living room. He got down from his bed and went to check when, to his amazement, he saw the painting glowing radiantly.
Am I dreaming?
But he wasn't. The image had come to life, and Christopher saw the soldiers run hither and thither, and the old king watched in horror. Suddenly,
You are the last living heir of our bloodline. You must save us. Save me, the kingdom.
What? Are you really talking to me?
Yes, help us.
Help you? But how?
Come to my time and warn me of my fate. I might not listen to you or agree, but you must try. You are the last hope. Help us, and you will return back to your time.
I don't understand.
Christopher found himself sail through a kaleidoscopic tunnel before dropping down on a soft blanket of lush green grass.
Ouch! What just happened? Oh, where am I? It cannot be. I am in the 14th century?
Who are you? And why are you dressed so strange?
Christopher's eyes widened, for standing in front of him was his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Oh my God! It is you! This is real! I've traveled back in time!
Are you all right, boy? Not only are you dressed strangely, you are talking strange too.
Great-grandfather, I mean, King Harold, I need to speak with you. It is very important.
You silly boy! You cannot speak with the king about matters. Sorry.
What is this regarding?
It is about the heir to the throne. Trust me, all I need from you is a little bit of your time, that is, if your majesty would be kind enough.
Strange clothes, strange talks, and a rather strange request. Fine. Usher him to the palace. I will see you there.
And so Christopher was guided to a royal chamber where King Harold awaited him.
Go on. I want to know what you have to say, but make it fast.
Okay, so this might sound crazy.
Crazy?
I mean absurd. I have come from the future, and I am your great-great-great-great-great-grandson.
Ridiculous. I don't have a son.
I mean, I am not your great-grandson, but that of Prince Alan's. And I know this sounds like a bigger nonsense, but I have come here through a painting because you asked me to help you to save your kingdom.
I see. You are a madman. I should have known by the way you are dressed. Guards, show him to the door.
No! King Harold! You have to trust me! A great danger looms upon you and your kingdom!
Guards!
I blew my chance. A whistle for the deaf, a pallet for the blind.
Wait! That phrase, how do you know that? It is our family phrase that we use only within our family.
My father taught me this, and his father taught him.
Do you know what it means?
Yes, it means all the effort I took came to be of no use.
King Harold looked at Christopher with surprise, and for the first time, he saw an uncanny resemblance he had with his brother, Prince Alan.
Guards, let him be. So, you came from the future. What does that mean?
Christopher narrated everything to King Harold. He told him all about the future and the painting and what his grandmother had told him. King Harold was shocked, for he had never told anyone about his worries to find a successor.
Maybe the boy is telling the truth. But either way, I must not jump into any conclusion because what he is saying also sounds impossible. You say my ministers go against me. Can you tell me which minister are those?
Absolutely. Line up all the ministers, and if they look anything like the painting, then I will recognize them immediately.
All the ministers were called to the court with the pretext that the king wanted to discuss some important matters. That way, the ministers weren't alarmed, and Christopher recognized the 4 ministers at once. Later, he told the king who they were, and the king went with his soldiers to find out if it was true, when he heard them secretly talking.
Who is the boy with the king? Is it a relative? Is that the heir to the throne? We will not let that happen.
Yes, we must not wait any longer. Tonight, let's start the mutiny and dethrone the old king. In your dreams, guards.
The ministers were arrested and thrown into the prison.
Christopher, you were right. I now believe you completely, son. And I also have found the heir to my throne. You.
Oh, thank you, great-grandfather. But I cannot take the throne. I come from a different time, and to that I must return. But I can help you find someone who is truly worth the great crown, and you don't have to choose him. Your subjects will.
My subjects?
Christopher explained the concept of democracy to the king, who was thrilled by the idea.
Wow! Democracy. Sounds fascinating. Is that how you guys select your king?
Yes, kind of.
And so, an announcement was made that the people of the kingdom will choose the next king by casting their votes. King Harold selected the best candidates from different fields: agriculture, medicine, trade, sports, military, based on their merit and caliber. Finally, the election day arrived, and the people of the kingdom voted.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've chosen the heir to the crown. It is King... Oh, it is a queen that you've chosen. Gloria Stanner. And from now we shall call her Queen Gloria.
Yay! I will never let you down, King Harold. I promise.
I know, because if you do, the same people will choose someone else the next time. That's the beauty of democracy. All the best.
And so, the kingdom got a new ruler, and Christopher successfully changed the awful course of fate. King Harold was the happiest.
Thank you, my great-grandson. I would have never imagined this happening without your help. Feels like a big load off my shoulders. Now, what shall the two of us do?
Thank you for trusting me, and I don't know about you, but I need to find a way to go. Ah! Oh, I am back!
Christopher checked his watch. It was the same time, the same date, on which he had gone through the painting.
So, only a minute passed here since I went through the painting?
Christopher? What are you doing in the living room at this hour of the night?
So sorry, Grandma.
Christopher hurried to his room and went to sleep. The next morning when he would wake up, he would see that the painting has changed. And instead of a furious mutiny, it now portrays a woman being crowned by King Harold. And behind him stands a boy whose face could be seen only a little. And that boy is Christopher, who saved the crown of greatness. The end.